A very good morning, all of you. My dear students, as you know, that in today's class we are going to discuss a new topic that is direct and indirect narration. My dear students, I have told you about this topic before, so please listen carefully. My dear students, when we talk about direct and indirect narration, then at first the synonym of narration is statement. What is the synonym of narration? Statement. And the Hindi meaning of statement is kathan. The Hindi meaning of statement is kathan. Basically, there are two types of narration. The first is direct and the second is indirect. The Hindi meaning of direct is pratyaksh and the Hindi meaning of indirect is apratyaksh. So you can say that basically the Hindi meaning of direct narration is pratyaksh kathan and the Hindi meaning of indirect narration is apratyaksh kathan. So my dear students, basically there are two names of direct narration. The first is direct narration and the second is direct speech. And basically there are three names of indirect narration. The first is indirect narration and the second is indirect speech. And in the modern English, here is a new name of indirect narration that is called reported speech. Reported speech. My dear students, you have observed the paper of class 10th of board examination. So there will be a question asked. Change these sentences into reported speech. These sentences into reported speech. So reported speech is the modern name of indirect narration. So basically you can say that here is one more synonym of narration, that is speech. And the Hindi meaning of speech is also statement, that is called kathan. Okay, so basically there are two names of direct narration. The first is direct narration or direct speech, and there are basically three names of indirect narration. The first is indirect narration, the second is indirect speech, and the third is reported speech. Now please understand that what is direct narration and what is indirect narration. My dear students, suppose that basically there are three persons available here on the board. The first is Ram, the second is Syam, and the third is Mohan. If Ram said to Syam anything, doesn't matter. If Ram said to Syam anything, then Syam can say that particular word to Mohan by two ways. By two ways. The first is direct and the second is indirect. Suppose that Ram said to Syam, Ram said to Syam, comma, inverted comma, Mohan is going to market today. Full stop, inverted comma closed. So my dear students, as for example, Ram said to Syam, comma, inverted comma, Mohan is going to market today. So that type of sentence in which there will be given comma and inverted commas, that is called direct narration or direct speech. But the sentence in which the listener, or you can say that the object, will explain the speaker's word in his own word, in his own word, that is called indirect narration or indirect speech or reported speech. Like if you want to change this sentence in indirect narration or reported speech, the sentence will be Ram told Syam that Mohan, tense change, Mohan was going to market that day. So my dear students, listen. The first sentence is basically related from direct narration or direct speech, and the second sentence is basically related from indirect narration or indirect speech or reported speech. Now, please understand about the parts of direct narration. So, my dear students, basically there are some books and there are some authors or writers who generally say that the parts which are generally given in the inverted commas, part which are generally given in the inverted commas, that is called reported part or reported speech. That is called reported part or reported speech. And my dear students, here are some authors or writers or as well as teachers who said that the word, or you can say that the sentence which are given outside of the inverted comma, that is called reporting verb. That is called reporting verb. But my dear students, can you tell me, is Ram is a verb here? No. Is Syam is a verb here? No. So this whole sentence you cannot say reporting verb, because Ram and Syam is not verb here. So this part is called reporting clause. This part is called reporting clause. So sentence which are given in the inverted commas, that is called reported part or reported speech, and the part of the sentence which are given outside of the inverted commas, that is called reporting clause. And in that part, a person who says something, that is called speaker or reporter or subject. Speaker or reporter or subject. And by which the speaker or reporter or subject say something, that is called listener. That is called listener or object. And my dear students, the verb which are given in the reporting clause, that is called reporting verb. That is called reporting verb. Listen. And when we talk, so basically there are three parts of reporting clause. The first is speaker or reporter or subject. The second is reporting verb, and the third is listener or object. But when we talk about the reported part or reported speech, then basically there are three changes apply. There are three changes apply in this part. The first is change in tense. The second is change in pronouns, but pronouns are not available here. And the third is change in the words that show nearness. So my dear students, when we want to change any sentence into indirect narration, then basically there are 5 types of changes apply according to the sentence. The first is change in reporting verb. The second is use of conjunction. Use of conjunction. The third is change in tense. The fourth is change in pronouns. And the fifth is change in the words that show nearness. That show nearness. So my dear students, as you know that I have told you already that basically there are three kinds or types of sentence according to structure. The first is simple, the second is compound, and the third is complex. And when we talk about the simple sentences, then basically there are 5 kinds or types of simple sentences. The first is assertive. The second is interrogative, the third is imperative, the fourth is exclamatory, and the fifth is optative. So my dear students, basically when we talk about these the changes of direct and indirect narration according to these 5 kinds or types of the sentences, then the last 3 rules means change in the tense, change in the pronouns, and change in the words that show nearness. These 3 rules will be similar for each and every part. Only we can change that basically 2 rules. The first is change in the reporting verb, and the second is use of conjunction. So listen, when we talk about assertive sentences, then basically when we talk about the reporting verb, then basically here are basically 3 reporting verb. The first is say, the second is says, and the third is said. So my dear student, if your reporting verb will be say, says, and said, and it don't have any type of object, then you will generally use say instead of say, says instead of says, and said instead of said. But if it have any type of object, then it is sure and certain that after it there will be used to. In that condition, say to will be changed into tell, says to will be changed into tells, and said to will be changed into told. And when we talk about the use of conjunction, then basically in assertive sentences the conjunction is that. So my dear students, when we talk about the change in tense, then basically there are 2 rules for change in tense. The first rule is if your reporting verb will be in present tense or future tense. If your reporting verb means said to will be in present tense or future tense, then there will be no changes apply. But if your reporting verb will be in past tense, then there will be some changes apply, and the rules are each and every part of present tense will be changed into past tense. Means present indefinite will be changed into past indefinite, present continuous in past continuous. After that, present perfect in past perfect, and present perfect continuous will be changed into past perfect continuous. When we talk about past tense, then past indefinite will be changed into past perfect, and past continuous will be changed into past perfect continuous, and past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense no change. When we talk about future tense, in future tense will be changed into would, and shall will be changed into should. If there will become any modal auxiliary like can, then can will be changed into could. May will be changed into would. Could, should, would, might, ought to, and used to. There will be no changes apply. When we talk about the change in the pronouns, then basically here is only one rule, that is son upon 1 to 3. Means first person change according to the subject, second person change according to the object, and third person there will be no changes apply. And you have already learnt about the table that is subjective case, objective case, and possessive case. That is I, me, my, mine, we, us, our, ours, you, your, yours, he, him, his, she, her, hers, it, its, and they, them, their, theirs. So my dear students, when we talk about change in the words that show nearness, so basically you have to learn the words like now will be changed to then, this, that, these, those, today, that day, yesterday, the previous day, tomorrow, the next day, tonight, could that night may, and so on. Okay. So this is the rules of the assertive sentences. When we talk about interrogative, imperative, exclamatory, and optative sentences, then basically there will be only 2 changes apply. The first is reporting verb, and the second is conjunction. So I will tell you the next rules in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day, everyone.